Welcome to Periyar EVR Central Library at VIT. This is a library which is created 15 years back, and this is housed in G+6 floor centrally air conditioned library, and we operate all the 365 days. We start our operation at morning 7:30 and close the operation by night 12:30, and we extend the service of pickup and drop for the girl students in the nights. This is to enable for their safety in the campus, and the library provides all the opportunity for the learning environment for the students. I'm Dr. Murli, Director for the library at VIT, and we take care of the library or learning resource requirement for the 4 campuses: Vellore, Chennai, Amravati and Bhopal. Now, let me tell you about what these library specialities are. Currently we have around 242,000 plus books, physical books in the library, and the books are stacked in a specific fashion. And we also have more than 190,000 plus e-books which is made available to access by the students across the campus even while they are on the move. And today we have extended this facility not only through the access by the computer but also on the mobile with a special mobile app called as MyLoft. Quite recently our Chancellor has inaugurated this, officially launched this particular mobile app. The speciality of this mobile app is keeping in view of the need of the young generation of the students who are interested to learn things online. They can actually download any of the subscribed e-resources of the library, which includes e-journals, which numbers 15,000 plus journals. And then we have this 199,000 e-books what we have under the subscription mode, and we are in the process of procuring e-books on a perpetual basis for access by all our end users. This is to enable them to have easy learning process, and we make sure that every opportunity is provided for all our end users. When I say end users, it's not just the students, the doctoral students, but also the faculty and staff and their children. We provide books based on their need, and we also take their recommendations to procure the books, and we conduct biannual basis the book exhibition, inviting all the major publishers to come to the campus, have their products display for the end users, and they can pick and recommend these books, and our purchase office later process that and make the payment by the finance office. And once the books comes into the library team will take care of the acquisition process. I have a strong team. I have a university librarian, Dr. Adinarayanan, and I have a deputy librarian, Dr. Kalpana, and we have 6 assistant librarians, and then many other support staff. One special thing in these libraries, it's a 100% automated library. There is no need technically of a human involvement in operating the library. The structure of the library is such that you have everything put in place in a proper fashion. So the ground floor is basically meant for journals and periodical section. So we have all the newspapers made available and technical journals available. So the first floor we have kept all the reference material which is classified as little expensive books, more than 10,000 rupees, and this is not meant for issue. So the reference section, the books spaced there are kept there, can be used by the end user in the library premises. The second floor is all the stack area books meant for engineering and technology. The third floor we stacked the social science and management and other subjects. 4, 5, 6 floors are basically meant for the reading halls. Let me introduce you about the process at VIT library. The student, when he gets into the library, the student can come here straight away. So we given as part of the orientation for all new students in the campus how to use various resources. So once he comes inside the library, he can just actually type what he wants to know, the subject name or the author name or anything, and then this online public access catalog model, OPAC, which is a global standard practice, which actually gives you the details of the books that is available in the library, and not only displays the books but also tells you about where they are located. So they can straight away walk into that particular space and then pick the particular book. Once the student picks the books from the respective floor, he can come down here, press this issue, and he need to place the books here, and then he need to show his ID card here, and then he need to put his thumb impression, and the books are issued automatically. You can see the book, Numerical Methods for Scientific Engineering Computation, and I just need to say confirm, the book has been issued. We don't have any human involvement in issue, or here it is out from the library terminology. So the student can take the books, but if he has not taken the books by official model, if he is taking the book, once he is going out at the checkout point, there is a 3M security system which actually gives a beep. End user has taken the book without official recording the exit. Going by the concept of green, we don't have any printing options, so we now communicate only by SMS and email to the end users. Now I'll take you to the place where the students can return the books. The way the student has taken the book by himself, searching the book, and then now he is going to drop the books from the drop box there. This is a conveyor belt designed by our own staff, which actually now identifies the book, and then there will be a message that is going to be appearing there. So in their terminal, they can see that the book has been issued. You can see the title, Numerical Methods for Scientific and Engineering. The book has been written, and the books are going to be dropped into this bin and collected by our staff periodically, and for the time being they may put it into the respective floor rack, and then they will take it to the respective floor and then stack it again in the respective place. This is how the whole operation is, and we operate now with the 2 shifts. Our endeavor is to operate all the 365 days to make the facilities known to everybody. This is a creation by our staff. They went and approached somebody who makes conveyor belt at Guindy and asked them to design this. They were hesitant, but our staff persisted with this model, and I can show you that the older version of that, it is not exactly like this. People used to drop and then it used to come, but then once the conveyor belt came in, it has a motor, but it does not have the sensor. So this, what we are seeing right now, is maybe the second or the third edition, the version of that, and now we have 3 parallelly operating systems, so that now the student can, while going, they can just drop the book. They don't have to come inside the library. So all the operations are completely 100% automated, and we make sure that we provide the best for our end users. You may be wondering about how this issue as well as the return happening. So there is a chip inserted which is called as RFID chip, which actually is placed here, and the student is going to is not aware that there is something like an RFID chip. That's the reason why when we are going to place the books while issue, they can put even 4 or 5 books. If it is a traditional model, a barcode, you have to scan individually, whereas here you can actually place it on the panel, and whatever number of books you are keeping, it automatically gives you that indication. Same way, while dropping, it will do the same thing. So I can drop books parallelly, and it will come automatically because the sensor is here. It will immediately recognize that this particular book is being returning back, and it automatically syncs with the your account number, which is what is your identification number in the campus. So that's how the whole process is. And on any given day, any time, we can get to know about how many books are there in the library, how many are issued, who is reading what books, all sorts of analytics we can do. That's exactly the powerful the software. And today, going with the trend of open source, we have moved from the LIPSIS, which is industry standard library information system, Koha, which is an open source. Last June, we introduced this because we are talking about 250,000 books and close to 35,000 end users. So we had initial teething problems, but then we are successful in rolling out that solution. Let me introduce this, the world's largest Thirukkural. This actually gives you an input into the how effectively what is being propagated at that time. And you have not only this, you can flip these pages. So every day we change one page. And for the benefit of people who don't know the Thirukkural, what we have done is we have English translation of this, and many of our foreign users, visitors would like to see what is there, and it has a relevance even today. This is the digital library which the students can use. Let me explain you about one more reason why we have these computers made available. And VIT is great in recognizing the need for educating people who cannot afford to go for higher education through a scheme called as STARS. And many of the students who cannot afford to have computers in their either in their room or in their workspace, they can come here and use this facility. That's one of the reasons why we have kept this facility, and we are trying to redesign this particular facility for the benefit of our users. This is a system we kept for the accessing British Council Library at Chennai. All the resources they can sit here and access. So some of the resources we may not have, they can have access. Similarly, we have this arrangement with the USIS. So the resources that are there at the USIS also can be accessible. Initially, when the building was planned, it was planned only up to this level. So this is an extra space that is created, extension of the library, and this is now converted as a reading hall. The special facility for the doctoral students, so they can use this facility, and they have been provided with the charging points. They can access all the content. So this is a space for the doctoral students. They can use this. We have the stack area for the engineering and technology books, and we have this reading facility, reading halls on both sides. This is the first floor. We have all these reference sections. So what I say, the reference section like encyclopedias and other expensive resources, which can be used by the users. And we also have the cubicles, individual cubicles, so the students can go there and have the facility to read. Going with the concept of green, we have one special facility which is quite recently we introduced. So we have introduced a document scanning facility, and any user in the campus can use this document scanning facility. It's a high-end scanning facility, which the user can actually register through a VTOP of our portal, and then come down and place the book here, and they can actually scan the books and the content of the material. Not the full chapters, but they can do maybe a small number of pages, and they can send it by email. So they can use, if this particular resource is not available, they can, instead of conventional Xerox, we have introduced this. This is the stack area where the books are going to be from the management and humanities. When a student comes here, he can get to know about what are all the titles and which rack. So what he has seen in the OPAC initially, he can see here. And let's assume I'm looking at a book on engineering mathematics. I can come here. This is there in column number C1 to C8 in the rack 11. I can go to 510, starting here C1. I can pick a book here, advanced mathematics. So what we are talking about engineering mathematics, we can see here. So it's quite easily accessible to the end user. Going with the technology, we have introduced these display panels in the library so that we get to know about the books where they are. So it's like in an airport, we have just kept this display panel for the benefit of the end user. This is the space meant for the digital library. It's a thin-line computing system. They don't have any pen drive access or anything. They can just browse whatever is available in the campus. So all the resources. Let me just show you the kind of resources that we have in this floor. E-resources that we subscribe. What I said, 15,000 plus journals. Some of these journals are starting from 120 years, the complete compilation of all the resources. You just need to go there and browse by putting the title or the subject name, or you can get to know about what are all the resources available, publications. Today, so literature review for a doctoral student or for a student in VIT is much more easier because we subscribe to so many e-journals. This is a facility for video conferencing provided in the library for the benefit of all the end users. So they can not only look at what's happening around, but also have interaction with the speakers anywhere in the world. Nowadays we use typically 3 reasons why this video conferencing facility is used. One, for making sure that they learn the content by Swayam Programme and other government initiatives, but also we use this for the placement requirement. Many times the faculty student is going to be here, and the final interview, the interviewer need not have to come all the way to campus. So he will be sitting in his office, and then probably he can have an interaction. It's a powerful video conferencing facility, and we also use this for inter-campus meetings by the faculty today. Most of our deans and directors, the vice chancellor, the pro-vice chancellor, they will be sitting in their office in their campus, and we will be sitting here, and we can have interaction with our end users, other counterparts in the other campuses. So it's a multi-purpose facility created for the benefit, and the vision of the chancellor is to make sure that the end users need to use all the facilities in campus in the most efficient fashion. So they can just reserve all these facilities are common. Anybody who wants to use this facility can go to our portal, and then they can just place a requirement of the space and the timing. They just need to come. All the facilities will be here. They can start using the facility.
This lecture is about designing of solar cells, which is given by Dr. Kalyana Sundaram. He is from EPFL, École Polytechnique des Federales, which is in Switzerland. And he is actually teaching us about the fundamentals of solar cells, how to design the solar cells, and the state-of-the-art technology that is actually used in solar cells. Now, how to commercialize and completely scale solar cell technology, because since solar cells is the big thing right now, so he's teaching us all the basics and the design parameters of the solar cell. So it's a very good opportunity for us to interact with such a great person.
VIT promotes studying at night. Like you can go to the night library. It is open. Thousands and lakhs of books available over there. It is open till 12 every day. And even if you ask some doubts to any senior over there, they'll help you out. Many of my seniors have helped me out many times whenever I have gone to the library.